practice community.
Okay, I would like to invite you to come to a seated shape. And in your seated shape, place one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. See if you can connect to the breath and connect to the body and connect to this moment. Allowing each inhale and each exhale to flow through your body. It's like a wave of water coming in and out. Wow, every time there's a technological glitch when the music doesn't work, I'm always like, this is meant to happen right now. This is happening for us. It's happening for us, not to us, because what do you hear in this silence right now? What do you hear in this silence right now that you would not hear if there were music in the background? So I've closed my eyes and connected to the breath, and I'm connecting to the hum of the air conditioner and the hum of the jungle. I can even hear the sound of my breath coming in and out through my nose. Now decide what you would like to receive from this practice today. For myself, it's cultivating a sense of letting go and a space of letting go. Creating space for something new. Now let's take a big breath in. We're going to reach our arms up towards the sky. And then just exhale, pass your palms through heart center. And we'll just do two more like that. So big breath in, arms reach all the way up. And then exhale your palms through heart center. And then do one more, lift your arms up. And then land the right palm, lift the left arm over to the right. Now let's lift both arms all the way back up, and we're going to go the opposite way. So land your left palm, reach your right arm over to the left. Reach both arms up, do a little pivot. So land your left palm on your right knee, land your right palm behind you, gaze over the right shoulder. And then lift both arms all the way up, and then let's twist the opposite way. So land your left palm, land your right palm, gaze over your left shoulder. And then take both arms all the way up And just land your right earlobe towards your right shoulder, land your right palm on the side of the skull, stretch through the neck. And lift your head all the way up. And then let's go the opposite way. So we're going to drop your left earlobe down towards shoulder, land your left palm, stretch through the right side of the neck. And then lift your head all the way up, release the left palm, and let's come onto the hands and the knees. So take the palms on the mat in front of you. If you have a cat on you, just move the cat to the side. And then we'll move through a few cat-cow flows, opening through the heart and then curling through the spine. So every January, I do this manifestation challenge. And every January for the past few years, I've been working on manifesting a lot of career related things. Right? Building my podcast, building my community, building my retreats. That's been like the focus of my manifestations. We're going to come all the way through center now and just leave your left knee where it is. Tuck your right toes behind you and rock forward and back. And now the problem with that it's all good things, but the problem is that I think some of us get really out of balance when we get really focused on one area of our lives. Whether it's work, whether it's money, whether it's romantic relationships, whether it's our family. Let's come all the way through center. Just lift your right leg up now and lift your left arm up and just find balance and stillness. Keep your arm and leg extended. Let's stay here for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a breath in and then just exhale, tap your elbow to meet your knee. Good. Do this a few times. Big extension and then contraction. Just 3 more. 2 more. And then 1 more, extend. Exhale, contract. Lift your arm and then lift your leg. If you feel like it, you might reach the palm back, grab hold of the ankle, just open through the chest for 3, for 2. And then on 1, release the palm and release the knee. Come back into your tabletop. Take an inhale. And then just exhale, curl through the spine. And then do it one more time. Big breath in. And then big breath out. Come all the way back through center and let's go the opposite way. So leave your right knee, lift your right arm, lift your left leg. If you need to land your palm and find your balance, go for it. It's all good. Keep your ribs knitted inward, so engage through your core. Let's hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath in. And then just exhale, tap your elbow to meet your knee. Do this a few more times. Inhale, and then exhale. 3 more, breath in. 2 more. Good, 1 more inhale. And then exhale, extend your arm and extend your leg. Now maybe you kick your palm back, grab hold of your ankle, just open through your heart space for 3. Good, for 2. And then on 1, release your palm and release your knee. Come back to your tabletop. Take a breath in. And then take a breath out. And then come all the way through center. Spread through the palms and spread through the fingers. And just tuck your toes, lift up and back to your first downward facing dog. Step your feet in a little bit. Let your head rock, no. And then give it a little rock, yes. So this is Adho Mukha Savasana. This is downward facing dog. It's a mild inversion. And when your head is below the heart, the blood should be flowing towards the brain, which is going to help bring you into a state of equilibrium, a state of balance. Let's leave our left foot where it is. Lift the right leg up. And then just circle through your right knee. And then eventually just extend your right leg all the way up behind you. And then take a big sweep inwards with your right knee. Step the right foot between the palms. Rock forward and back. And then eventually come onto your left knee and just stay low. You could untuck your toes. So anyway, the reason why I share this is because I feel like my life recently in the past few years has taken on this really big focus on the mindful life practice, on building the mindful life practice, building our community. And that's been amazing. And I love it so much. But when I look at my whole life, I start to realize that there's some big areas that have been neglected. And so it's felt like lately it's been a practice of like rebuilding these areas that I've tended to neglect. Let's lift all the way up, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then just pause here with your arms extended, see how that feels. So I think a lot of people can probably relate to this idea, right? You become a parent and then parenting becomes your identity, or you become a teacher and then being a teacher becomes your identity, or you work late hours in whatever job you have, and whatever your job is becomes your identity. Let's gather our palms into our heart center, lift at our elbows. And then we're going to bring our left elbow to cross onto the right thigh. So we're coming into a little bit of a twist. And then see how it might feel from that twist to tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. So you're coming upwards a little bit into this low lunge twist. Before unwinding, lifting both arms up, big breath in. And then come forward, frame your foot, and then step your right foot all the way back, come into your plank. Now, maybe you move through a vinyasa flow, lowering down, rolling over the toes, lifting the heart up, and then coming back to a downward facing dog, stepping the feet in, letting your head go. Rock your head, no. Give it a nice rock, yes. Now leave your right foot where it is, lift your left leg up, and just stay in stillness for a few breaths. And then bend through your knees, circle out through your hips. See how that feels. And then eventually take the left leg all the way up, and let's take a big step in with our left foot between the palms, rock forward and back, and then come onto the knee. Just stay low with your palms framing your foot for the moment. You're getting into the hips. If it feels like quite a far reach to the earth, you could also use blocks. You could have blocks underneath your hands. That works super well as well. Now just lift both arms up towards the sky. Big breath in. Gather the palms into heart center. Take a little twist, lifting up both elbows, and then pivot so you land your right elbow onto your left knee. And I want to invite you to tuck your toes, lift your back knee. See how that feels. Nice. And then just unwind, lift both arms up. And then come all the way forward, frame the foot, step the left foot back. Maybe you just go straight to down dog. Maybe you move through a flow. So anyway, I share this about focus and identities and manifestation because I just became so obsessed with building my community that I neglected some really important areas of my life. Like I neglected my health. I neglected my friendships, even neglecting relationships with my family, like just not investing time into other things that matter. Now let's leave our left foot where it is. Lift the right leg up. Do some circles with your right knee. And then if you feel like it, maybe you lift up, you reach your right toes over to the left. Perhaps you come all the way forward if you want to, and see how it might feel to land your right toes and then lift your heart up, creating some space. Eventually landing the right palm, lift your right leg all the way up. And then take a big step in with your right foot between your palms. Now this time we're gonna come all the way up to a high lunge. Nice, you got it. And then take your palms into heart center, lift at your elbows, and land into a twist. Land your left elbow onto your right knee. After this twist, just unwind by reaching both arms up. And then land your left arm back, land your heel, reach your right arm forward, and just land in stillness in a warrior two. And if you want to move with your breath, we're going to inhale, reverse the warrior. And then exhale, bring our elbow down onto our thigh, reach the left arm up, and just do this a few times. So anyway, this feeling of being out of balance has really shone, a light has really been shone on it in this past week, spending time with someone from my past, and then him leaving and me feeling this like void of loneliness and then realizing like this is what I feel all the time. And sometimes you get clarity and contrast, right? You experience the contrast of something and it brings you clarity into your life. Let's do one more big inhale. And then a big exhale, land your right elbow, take your left arm overhead. Now I want to give you an option. You can stay here or you can reach your right arm down towards the mat. Maybe you weave your left arm around. Maybe you weave your right arm under, come into a bind. And then unwind if you have the bind, reach all the way up. Lengthen through the right leg, reach the right arm forward, and then take the right arm alongside the right calf, lift your left arm up. So this is your Trikonasana, your Utthita Trikonasana, extended side, extended triangle. Just hang out there for a few breaths. And then you might shift weight onto your right foot, right fingertips, coming up to your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon, finding your balance, seeing how that feels for 3, for 2. And then on 1, bend through the right knee, step all the way back, lengthen your right leg, turn your toes inward. Let's just interlace our palms, lift through our heart, and then come all the way forward. Lift the arms up. And then let's release the palms. We're going to walk our hands all the way forward. Plant through your palms and just take a step back, come all the way back into your down dog or move through a flow. Just connecting with your breath, connecting with the moment, appreciating the silence of this space and this practice. Letting it be a journey. So I've been thinking about this a lot because we did this virtual retreat with manifestation books this year, and all the categories were based on the chakras. And I thought a lot about how there's so many areas of my life that I just have not been focusing on. And so I wonder if there's any areas of your life as this practice is unfolding, as the invitation to reflect is being proposed to you. Are there any parts of your life that you feel like you've neglected or have come out of balance? Maybe it's building friendships. Maybe it's finding a romantic relationship. Maybe it's fueling your life purpose, your spiritual growth. Is there any part of you that's feeling unfulfilled? Let's move through this exact same flow on the opposite side. So take your left leg up towards the sky. Circle through the left knee, just open up through the hip. And then maybe you come all the way forward and flip your dog, landing the toes, lifting your arm all the way up. And then come all the way forward, land your left palm, lift the left leg all the way up. And then take a big step forward with your left foot. Lift your arms all the way up. Good. And then again, come all the way forward, taking your palms together, lifting at the elbows, landing the right elbow onto the left knee, gazing over the left shoulder. When you're in your twist, take deep breaths in and out. Good. Lift all the arms up, come all the way up. And then reach your right arm back, reach your left arm forward, come into a warrior two, just settle your gaze. And then an invitation to move with your breath. Lifting up and coming forward. Good, maybe just do two more. And then a last one, and then decide when you come forward what you're gonna do with your arms. So option one, you stay exactly where you are. Option two, you reach your left arm towards the earth. And then option three, maybe you move into a bind, make a connection. Press through both feet, lift all the way up. Extend through your left leg, reach your left arm forward, take your left arm alongside your left calf, reach your right arm all the way up. And then maybe shift weight onto your left foot. Let fingertips come all the way into an Ardha Chandrasana, a half moon for three, for two. And then on one, you're gonna take a big step all the way back, land the hands on the hips, pivot your body, and then come forward. And this time, choose your favorite arm variation for a forward fold. So you could grip opposite elbows, you could just let the arms dangle. Maybe you reach the arms up, interlace the palms, reach them overhead. And then let's release that grip. Take the hands on the hips, slowly come all the way up. And then just pivot so your left toes are to the front of the mat. Take a big step forward with the right foot. Leave your left foot where it is. And then just open your right knee to the side. You could plant the foot on the ankle or the shin, or maybe all the way up on the thigh, and then maybe connecting the palms together. So are there any areas of your life that you've neglected? What actions could you take to bring those areas of your life back into balance? Land our right foot. Lift the left leg all the way up. Just pivot your left foot to the inside of the ankle or the shin, or maybe the thigh, and just connect the palms together and see how this feels. Visualize that there's roots running all the way deep into the earth, supporting you, keeping you steady, holding you here. Good. Take one more breath where you are, and then land the left foot. Take your toes wide, toes out, heels in, just bend through your knees, sit all the way down into a squat. And then from the squat, we're gonna come all the way down onto the mat, grab hold of your yoga block, and place this block or this book between your thighs, land the palms, land the feet. And we're just gonna move with the rhythm of the breath, inhaling, lifting the hips up, and then exhaling, lowering down. Maybe just doing one more. And then lift the hips all the way up. Take the block, let's remove the block and slide it underneath the sacrum, either on the medium height or the lowest height. And then just let your body soften and melt into this shape. Press through both feet, lift the hips up. Slide your block to the side, lower all the way down. And then grab hold of your yoga strap and let's extend our right leg up towards the sky. I'm just looking to see how we're doing for time. Okay, cool. So we're gonna extend our right leg all the way up. I'm just pivoting so my foot doesn't hit the wall, and then extend your left leg down. And just keep your leg extended and breathe into the back space of the hamstring. So there's certain aspects of my growth that I'm really proud of. And the amazing thing about getting to spend time with an ex-partner is that it's like looking into a mirror, like of this old version of yourself, and just seeing how much you've grown, how much you've changed, how much you've learned, how much you've evolved, and vice versa. one of the things that I was actually speaking to one of my best friends from high school on Zoom today. We were talking about how one of the big parts of my identity was that I always had a boyfriend. Like I was the person that was like never single. I always had a boyfriend. Let's take our strap into our right palm and reach the right foot over to the right. Land your left palm. And that came out of my own emotional desperation, like me feeling like I needed to be part of a partnership, to be seen, to be valued, to be, I don't know, it just felt like a really necessary part of life as a woman. Like it was this fairy tale that always had to end happily ever after. But the thing is that it was never really that happy in reality. And so, on the one hand, spending the past 3 years single and not going on any dates is something that I'm pretty proud of because it shows my evolution and independence. But there's also comes a point when you're like, is this really how it's supposed to be forever? Is there some way that you can find the middle between these two extremes? And is there wisdom in the middle? Take the right leg all the way up, and then we're just gonna switch the strap into the left palm, and then draw the right foot all the way over to the left and open the arm. Man, I am so glad that I taught this class. I'm feeling so much better having moved my body, having connected to all of you. What do you receive from this connection? What do you receive from being part of this community? What do you receive from this practice? Let's take the right foot all the way up. And then extend the right leg and just feel the difference from right leg compared to left. And then take your left leg all the way up and hook the strap around the left foot, just extend the left leg. So I say all of this because on my manifestation challenge for this year, it was like a big list of career goals. Do a TED talk, hit a certain number of downloads, be in publications. And then I suddenly realized today, I think I need to scrap all of that, put that to the side, not say scrap the career, but I think I've manifested enough there and I can hit pause and try to focus on some things that are going to really fill my bucket emotionally outside of my job. building friendships, finding a partner, things that have really been pushed aside for the last 3 years. Now let's grab hold of their strap and open your left foot to the left, land the right palm on the hip. So I just invite you to think about what's true for you. Are there parts of your life that have been neglected? What actions could you take to start to bring those parts of your life into balance? Take the left leg all the way up. Just switch the strap into the right palm. Come into a twist. See how that feels. Stretch through the IT band. And then come all the way up. Just slide your strap to the side. Bring the knees into the chest. Drape the arms around the shins. Give the body a nice little hug. Saying to yourself, I love this body. I love this mind. I love this spirit. Each and every day. And then after that hug, just slowly stretch all the way out into your final resting pose. Let your legs be extended. Let your shoulders be anchored. Ground your body down into stillness, whatever that might look like for you. See if you can take a big breath in. Maybe you open the mouth and just sigh it out, let it go. Big breath in. Sighing it out. Just landing in stillness and just have a moment of gratitude for yourself. The fact that you have shown up and made this practice a priority. Have a moment of gratitude for this community because there's a room full of people that have shown up to move together on Zoom tonight, and that's huge. Because we could do this on our own, but we've chosen to do it together. And that's because we understand the value in being part of something bigger than ourselves. So even if you can't physically feel the energy of the person physically beside you, I want you to see if you can feel that energy flowing all the way between myself in Indonesia and Emma in Abu Dhabi, all the way to Neve in Thailand, all the way to Rachel in the UK, all the way to Sandra in the States. To my mom in Canada. Yasser in Abu Dhabi. To Yasmin in Montreal. Just feel that energy connecting through the whole world. I'm going to bring you back in a moment when the time is up. Cut through glaciers to coastlines by the afternoon. The rivers cut through the gorge and the water's clean and the water's smooth. See, I've been trying to move along, consumed and keeping strong for far too long. All I had to do was rest my head and rest my heart. Letting go. See, I've been trying to hold on to this fear alone. And letting go. See, I've been trying to hold on to this fear alone. It doesn't feel right anymore. Just give your fingers and toes a little wake up wiggle. Taking a nice big long stretch from your fingers all the way through your toes. Bring the knees into the chest, give the body a nice hug. And come all the way up to seated with the palms at the heart center. So, what are the parts of your life that are out of balance right now? And what small actions could you take to start to bring them back into balance? Also, remembering that no one is ever going to be perfectly in balance. So, give yourself a little bit of grace. Closing with the intention, ancient but original intention, passed from heart to heart through thousands of years. And it's that the practice remains steady and the efforts continuous, and that our yoga helps and heals, and it serves and it benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be free. May the thoughts and the actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. Let's finish with an Om sound. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in to make the Om. So take a big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Om. Thank you all so, so much for being here, for sharing this space and this practice. Light in me, it sees and it honors the light in you. Thank you, thank you.